So now we are discussing this particular question, and it is saying what is S1 and S2 and how to decide their scope for variable access. Now they have given some kind of code to us, and these are the answers which are given, and they are saying the variable accessible in S1 and S2 are. First of all, we have taken the S1. First of all, understand the piece of code. The piece of code is saying a procedure A. So this is the complete procedure. I am creating a box of procedure A. So this is the complete procedure A. Inside the procedure A, there is one more procedure which is procedure B. So it is a subpart of A. And there is one more procedure which is procedure C, which is again the subpart of A. So now if I see the procedure A, in the procedure A we are having two variables, one is X and Y. So X and Y are declared in procedure A as integer type. Then in procedure B we have declared two variables which is X and Z. Now see, this X and this X both are same. That means one is global and one is local. So B1 is the local and X of A is the global. Next we are having procedure C in which we have declared integer I. So there is one more I which is declared. Now we are matching with the options that where these things are taken. So first of all they are saying that S1 into S1 what are the variables which are accessible. So S1 is there. In the S1, what I can access? In the S1, I can access the X. But which X I can access? Is it the local X or the global X? It's local. If there is some variable which is declared inside the scope, then we can only access that one. We will not go to the global. We will just access the local variable with the S1. So there X we will access of B. So the answer is X of B, X of B, again X of B. So till now these answers are matching. Now in the S, I can also access Z. There is no duplicacies of Z. There is no global and local issue. So I can access Z very easily. So I can even access the Z. So Z option is there, even Z is there, and Z is there. Now there is one more variable Y. Can I access this Y inside S1? Yes, we can access. We can also access Y inside the S1. Please analyze one important thing. It is saying X of A in S1. That means it is saying that we can access the global variable because X of A, this is X, which is the part of A, is the global. So option number A is immediately removed. So now we are left with the B, C and D options. Now if I elaborate this thing, there is a S1 which is inside the B. These are two local variables X and Z, so we can access them. There is one global variable X with the same name, so we cannot access this particular thing. There is one more global variable which is Y. There is no name issue, so we can access over there. So we can access Y, X and Z inside the S1. Now we are jumping to accessibility of S2. What we can access inside the S2. In the S2, which is the part of C, there is a local variable I that we can access. There is a global variable X we can access. There is no name issue. Then again there is a Y which we can access. So X, Y and I that we can access inside the C. C means there is a S2 where we can access all these three. So please match X of B. Is it correct? Can we access X of B inside procedure C? No, we cannot access because this one is different and this one is different. This is out of scope. So option number B is incorrect. X of A. X of A. Is it correct? X of A. Yes, it is correct because X of A is the global variable which is part of A. So I and Y in S2 that we can access. So option number C is correct for this particular question. Well, in this question what we have learned? We have learned that if the global variables are there we can access, but the name should be different. If the name is same, then we will consider the local variable first. So the answer of this question is C.